We got people making passive income by creating a pool for instant liquidity for other buyers and sellers. So what does that mean? What are you talking about, Cody? What's an AMM? What is Hadeswap? And why does it matter? It matters because there's money to be made. There's decisions that are going to come into play on how this affects the overall NFT market. Project owners need to understand how they should be handling liquidity for their projects, how to make the most money for themselves, for their holders. And Hadeswap and our boy HG.Sol are trying to fix this. You want to know about Hadeswap? Let's get right in the video. You may have heard of AMAs, but have you heard of AMMs? AMM stands for Automated Market Maker. Hadeswap, Hadeswap has just released their new NFT marketplace, highlighting the features of an NFT as an AMM. The project was founded by HG.Sol, probably one of the two biggest whales on Solana as a whole. He also goes by 9x9x9 on ETH. This is our dude. So let's talk about Hadeswap. Currently, it actually has a 0% fee. Like, there's nothing to use it. They will be implementing a 0.5% fee, but as of right now, there's nothing. Speaking of acronyms, we're talking about HG, we're talking about AMMs, and now we're talking about ABCs. If you don't know, there was a project called ABCs dropped by HG. Basically, what he did is he minted out the entire collection himself, and then, just pretty much listed it at 1.23 Sol on Magic Eden, 10K collection. People were able to pretty much buy off of him, and the project raised, 12,300 Sol. And that's all they raised, since there's 0% creator royalties. Speaking of creator royalties, you really want to check out my last video. HG was a little bit ahead of his time on this one, but watch that video after this one. So back to that 0.5% fee that will be coming in on Hadeswap, that's going to go directly to ABC holders. I'll drop the link to the ABC collection in the description down below if you want to check it out, because I think that's pretty cool. Okay, but before we get into the nitty gritty of how Hadeswap works, let's talk about the basics. In the simplest form, you can buy and sell an NFT directly on their marketplace. If you dive into Hadeswap itself, it looks like most NFT marketplaces. You click into a collection, you can browse all the NFTs that are listed there for sale. Find one you like, simply select it and check out. What makes it different is liquidity pools. Since Hadeswap is completely decentralized, it allows the user to become the marketplace instead of, Magic Eden. Users, us, we can create our own liquidity pools and collect a certain percentage fee from people that interact with our pool. If you go to the liquidity pool tab, you'll see a variety of pools along with varying fees and deltas. So what's an LP liquidity pool? How do they work with NFTs? And what does this mean for the Solana ecosystem? A liquidity pool is simply a smart contract that enables you to instantly swap between two assets. If you go to an established platform like Uniswap, a Uniswap liquidity pool might be Dust to Sol or ETH to Luna, something like that. On Hadeswap, the liquidity pools are available as NFT from Collection X to Sol, which means that anyone holding an NFT from Collection X can instantly swap that for Sol. And also vice versa, you can instantly buy anything from that collection via that Sol. So you're trading Sol for NFT for Sol. How is that different than any other marketplace? People often talk about NFTs being illiquid. You need to wait till you have a buyer. This solves that problem, at least at the upfront. With liquidity pools, you can sell the NFT instantly without having to wait for a buyer. And that's because the price is already set. It's almost like a reverse Magic Eden. Instead of having holders list their NFTs at a price they'd be willing to sell at, there are liquidity pools where buyers are showing you what they would pay to buy your NFT. A little confusing, so let's break it down with an example. Let's say I have one DGOD and no other Solana buying power. However, there's this new hot mint coming up that I really want to get my hands on. DGOD's a super expensive project, so it might take me a while to find a buyer at that floor price. That's if I sell it on Magic Eden. By the time that sells, I could miss out on the opportunity to mint this hot new project. With Hadeswap, I can find a pool looking to buy for a solid price and swap my DGOD for Solana instantly. So now I'd have, say, 300 Sol liquid immediately for trading. There are three types of pools on Hadeswap: buying pools, selling pools, and two-sided liquidity pools, both buying and selling pools. A buying pool is simply a pool that is looking to buy an NFT, similar to the DGOD pool that I just mentioned. The pool shows the price you want to pay for the NFT. The liquidity provider, creator of the pool, funds the pool and buys the NFT at their listed at the given price. Here's what it looks like on the platform. Some quick terminology for you. So we got the spot price, which is just the price at which you want to start your offer in Solana. We have the bonding curve, which price mechanism do you want to pick? Linear curve, exponential curve. And then we have the delta, which is a very important one for a linear curve, that would be the increment in Solana that you want to purchase the next NFT of the collection at. For the exponential curve, that would be the increase in percentage that you want to purchase the next NFT of the collection at. If you're familiar with like the stock market, buy orders, it's just like that. You set the price that you want to buy it for, and if someone agrees to sell for that X price, the transaction will go through. Selling pools work the same as buying pools, but the opposite. You can either sell instantly into the pool at the best price possible, or you can list your NFTs along a bonding curve, effectively placing sell orders for your NFTs. Again, if you need a liquidity right away, you can instantly sell. Or if you have multiple NFTs you want to sell, you can create a pool and sell your NFTs in increments to secure a better profit. If you have 5 of one NFT, you can list it all at the floor price and hoping that they all get swept, but it could dump the whole floor price, by listing 5 all at the same time at the floor. Everybody knows what DCAing is, dollar cost averaging. We can do this by selling your NFTs incrementally at different prices. You can make more money along the way. So maybe you sell your first NFT at 10, the second one at 10.5, the third one at 11. You'll make more SOL and it won't drastically hurt the community or the floor price at them all being listed at the same price right away. Shout out to Christomatic on Twitter, has a fire thread on this, break down the dollar cost averaging model perfectly. I'll throw that on the screen right now. He's got this like chalkboard drawing of each, which is really cool. Again, take a second. I'll also link his thread in the description down below. Hopefully you've had enough time to read it while I've been explaining that. Okay, so you can basically choose whether you want to increase your spot price linearly by Solana or exponentially by percent when setting up the pool. The buying and selling pools are actually really useful, especially if you want to accumulate or sell multiple NFTs. But what makes Hadeswap super interesting is that third pool option, the two-sided liquidity pools. At the beginning of the video, I explained how people are making a lot of money just by adding NFTs and liquidity to the pool. I talked about how projects are going to have to decide, hey, instead of having high royalties, why not just add all of our NFTs into this liquidity pool on Hadeswap and be able to make money, make that delta, make, income based on people using our pools. Basically the user, the team, the holder, whatever it is. Like, so say personally, I own Bet3, right? Basically I can hold a bunch of Bet3s, add 100 of them, add 200 SOL into a two-sided liquidity pool, and anyone that uses my pools, I can make a certain percentage on. But it's not just me. As a regular holder of my project, you can have my boy Angry Fish, right? He holds a lot of Bet3s. He actually bought the Bet3s and he set up his own pool on Hadeswap. So he's making money as a holder, not even as a project, by setting up a two-sided liquidity pool. So basically all you do is you set a spot price, just like the first two pool options, but you also have the option to collect a fee. You can make the fee whatever you want, but I would suggest 2 to 4% or something small so people can still profit from using the pool. This is how sites like Uniswap make their money. They take a small cut of each transaction on their site. And when there's a ton of transactions every single day, this makes this profitable model. All right, so now you say, Cody, I'm ready. I want to make some money. I want to set up my own pools. First of all, be careful. There's always risk involved when you're setting up liquidity pools. Make sure you do a ton of research when it comes to impermanent loss. Basically, just really understand how liquidity pools work on either side. But you're ready to go. Let's make some money on Hadeswap. There's also Elixir coming out. We have like TensorFlow or something like that. These new AMMs are actually popping off hard. All right, let's focus. Let's get on Hadeswap. Let's build our own liquidity pool. To create your pool, you're going to have an X number of the NFTs and an X number of SOL. Say I have 10 Bet3 NFTs and I have 40 Solana. You want to provide pretty much equal number of NFTs and SOL. And what I mean by that is, say Bet3's floor price is 2 SOL and we have 10 of them, right? So 10 times 2 SOL floor price is we have about a 20 SOL total needed. So let's put about 20 SOL into the liquidity pool. I would then get a percentage, whatever percent I decided on, we'll just call it 2% of each transaction used within the pool. Keep in mind, if I have a pool of Bet3, Angry Fish has one, and so do you, it's going to be competitive, right? So you can't really set it at 4% when mine's at 2%, or why would users use your pool instead of mine? Right now, the pools aren't very specific, but one of the future goals is to create trait-based liquidity pools, which is super cool. You know how there's like, trait-focused DAOs, there's Coral Club or whatever you guys are for OK Bears. It's promoting rare NFTs and create a higher floor price for each trait. I love rare NFTs. It's pretty dope, but there's a huge argument to be made that 2 floors are better than 1 rare, but that's mostly because rares normally take a long time to sell. But if there's a liquidity pool specifically set up for a rare trait, that might solve that problem. I think having AMMs are super strong for the space. I think, having rare traits be more liquid is obviously good. More liquid in general is really good for everyone in the space. It makes it more decentralized. We don't have to hopefully, really cater to Magic Eden anymore. We can be our own marketplaces. ABC holders are gonna be happy because they're gonna get 0.5%, that marketplace fee that Hadeswap's gonna take is gonna go right back to holders. And Magic Eden, OpenSea, these big marketplaces make a ton of money on the fees. So why not give that back to you guys that are creating, providing that liquidity through Hadeswap? Hadeswap is very early. They've only onboarded about 100 150 projects, including Bet3, obviously. Most people in the NFT space still don't know how liquidity pools work. I think that'll take some time. Hopefully a video like this will help a lot. Get on Hadeswap, be very careful, test it out with small amounts of money, small amount of NFTs, see how quickly it can be an inefficient pool that you set up, and let's start making some money.